Yeah, 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 yeah. I was sleeping, had to wake up. Why? Every reason I can think of. God, till the day I keep the ink up.
What's up, YouTube? Today, we'll be looking at disturbing TikToks that'll make you question reality. So without further ado, welcome to Adam Strain Reacts. Let's get her done.
Do you know why games like console games take up so much storage?
Console games?
Yeah, so whenever you're downloading a game file,
Yeah.
why do you know why it takes up so much storage?
Why?
And this is the marketing to it.
Why?
So games and consoles like Call of Duty, Fortnite, they have such big files, so it takes up half the storage, so you have to delete other games, and it's a marketing strategy, so you only play their game. You have to delete other games.
Yo, that's so smart, bro. That's actually smart as fuck.
Yeah, like fam, the recent Call of Duty was 200 gigs. How much?
Yeah.
How much is a regular Xbox and PS5? 500 gigs, almost half.
Nah, my mind's blown, bro. That makes so much sense, though.
Yeah, I know.
That's smart as fuck, because it's like you're literally removing the competition.
Exactly. Yeah.
Damn.
They don't need to make it that big, but they add extra shit in it just so you delete that Fortnite so you can play Call of Duty.
Damn. That makes so much sense, man.
That one blew my mind.
That's a power move right there.
No, for sure.
That's a real power move.
If there is such a thing as an ancient conspiracy theory, it's this.
Former fraud investigator Jimmy Corsetti, and now ancient site researcher.
You have the site of Göbekli Tepe, made up of sophisticated pillars, almost 7,000 years older than Stonehenge. We're talking about arguably the most mysterious ancient site because it's not supposed to exist. Earlier this summer, I'm like, let me revisit Göbekli Tepe and see what's new there. And I couldn't believe this. There's a gentleman who's an author and also leads tours, and he communicated with me that they're going to defer a full-scale excavation for, quote, future generations. And I'm like, wait a second. Are you serious? And so I started digging into this, and I couldn't believe what I found.
What would be an alternative explanation?
So, okay.
Did you see what Celine Dion did recently?
Celine
with
Dion.
her new clothing brand?
Nah, what she do?
So
Is demonic?
Crazy.
Oh, nah.
People are calling her clothing line demonic because look at the
Children.
promo for it. Look at the designs. New World Order on the covers. It's skulls, upside down crosses, random eyes.
This is worse than Balenciaga, bro.
Yeah, and look at the
okay, that's
promo.
smart.
Is a picture of a little girl holding a book with a goat head, fam. Almost like the Baphomet, like demonic. See no, speak no, hear no evil, right? Yeah. Black and white. What's the black and white represent?
Freemasons.
The Freemasons.
Oh my gosh.
For us, they are everything.
Children
but
are
in
everything for
reality,
us?
we are only a fraction of their universe.
Look at
We
it.
miss the past. They dream of tomorrow. We may thrust them forward into the future, but the course will
This is so
always
weird.
be
So
theirs to choose.
Like, what is this, bro? What is this witchcraft, fam?
Hold on.
This is a real promo too, Baghdad. And then she put all the babies in her clothing rack.
New World Order.
Like, what the hell is this, bro? Planting the seed early, fam. Planting the seed early. She's priming these kids, fam. That's so wild.
Celine, bro. Just for some money, fam?
The purpose of the prohibition is so much more different than
What we were
at surface level, because we're thinking, oh, you know, maybe America wanted everybody, like maybe there's a health crisis and they're like, you guys have to get rid of all the alcohol because it's ruining your brains and stuff, which it does. But they were talking about at the time, which I don't think you see this recorded in a lot of areas, people were using alcohol to fuel their cars and their homes. So they were using it as energy, and they were creating their own alcohol. So basically everybody, it was a common practice to collect all your food scraps and ferment them in your home. And it was a completely renewable and easily attainable form of energy. And then they just banned it. They said, you can't make it. You can't have it in your house. And they said it burns so cleanly, we wouldn't have any of the harmful environmental effects that we have today if we had continued this practice.
I've never heard that in my entire life.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
wild. That gave me goosebumps.
It's crazy. I mean, obviously cars these days aren't manufactured in such a way that you could use it, but that's purposeful also.
That's actually not true. They're limited. It's called flex fuel.
Oh, really?
Ethanol is corn gas.
Oh, yeah.
But so they limit it.
Just pour a little bit of moonshine in there. Yeah, we gotta go.
3 meals a day.
Wow, that's very interesting. I knew that the Ford Model T had a model that run on alcohol, but I had never made the link between the reason of the prohibition. To be honest, I haven't even looked into it that much. I'm probably going to look into it a bit more of a deep dive down the rabbit hole. Because really, when you think about it, to ban alcohol like that for I don't know how long it lasts, like 13 years or something like that. There's something about that that doesn't make sense. To say that it's for the health of Americans while you're still selling fast food and blah blah blah, all the rest of the stuff, doesn't cut it for me as a reason. What do you guys think? You guys think that makes sense? Or do you guys think that it, like he was saying, that it's like a form of energy that basically they didn't want us to have access to? And the days of the prohibition is pretty much when all the combustion engines were being perfected and everything, and the grid was being done for electricity. So kind of makes sense for the timing. What do you guys think? Have you guys heard anything about the prohibition that's different to the official narrative? Or does the official narrative stick? Because as well, there's a lot of tunnels under cities that are attributed to the prohibition, which makes me wonder if it's not only like a cover story to explain things that otherwise would have other explanations than the normal narrative. Let me know what you guys think down below about the prohibition. I'm very curious to see. Let's keep on rocking.
Please, that's not nature. That's Rockefeller marketing. Our ancestors didn't sit around with breakfast, lunch, and dinner neatly served. If they ate once a day, sometimes 3 times a week, that was abundance. And you know what? They thrived. They were lean, sharp, and strong because the body is designed to function best in fasting. You ever wonder why you heal in your sleep? Because you're fasting. The body finally gets to stop wasting energy digesting junk and starts repairing, rebuilding, cleaning house. That's when the real work gets done. But you've been like programmed. You think skipping breakfast is a crime. You think hunger is an emergency. No, it's power. Fasting activates cells that act like little soldiers. They march straight to the damage, clean it out, rebuild you stronger. That's real medicine. And yet, the white coat will tell you to eat regularly. Why? Because the system isn't built for your health. It's built for your dependence. Rockefeller didn't give you 3 meals to nourish you. He gave you 3 meals to chain you, to keep you tired, inflamed, obedient.
This is just a theory, not a fact.
The color blue was never written down.
Weird.
Like in the Bible, in like all this, like blue was never a word.
Weird.
And they would always just.
They didn't have a word for that color?
No. And so, but like when they would describe like the ocean and stuff like that, they would describe it as like green.
What?
And yeah. And so the theory is if you can't connect a word with.
It's very interesting. The idea that if you can't conceptualize something, that you can't perceive it. Wow. I never thought about that.
A color, can you not see that color? Because your brain, and so they did an experiment in this tribe, and they also have never heard the word blue. And so they gave this graph, and it's this graph of like 12 squares, and they're all green, right? And then there's one that's like a bluish green, and they had these people look at it, and they were staring at it, and it took them so long to figure out which color because they don't know what to look for in the blue. It was weird. And then they showed another one, and it was all green, and then there was one square that was just like a shade lighter of a green, but it was hard for us to see, and they could spot it instantly.
Wow.
Because they have like over 30 words for green.
Oh my gosh.
Your brain is tricky.
Everybody would love to be able to be themselves, but they can't because they must fall in line with the person in front of them. You want to live that kind of life? I wish you the best. I'll be on the other side somewhere, you know.
Most people's number one fear is public humiliation. Okay? I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not afraid of it because I've had plenty. And now it's just time for me to say I'm tough, because what does not kill you makes you stronger. You never believe anything you hear and only believe half of what you see. My mother told me that, and it's pretty true.
Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care. You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you?
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed. What is the long-term effect of too much information? One of the effects is the need to be first, not even to be true anymore. So what a responsibility you all have. To tell the truth, not just to be first, but to tell the truth. We live in a society now where it's just first. Who cares? Get it out there. We don't care who it hurts. We don't care who we destroy. We don't care if it's true. Just say it. Sell it. Anything you practice, you'll get good at, including BS.
Do you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What? This is the cheapest, most effective cleanse in the world. Organic key lime, cayenne pepper, organic salt, and non-refined virgin coconut oil. You put all this in a shot glass. You drink it 3 to 10 times a day. This detoxes the gut-blood-brain barrier, and it gets rid of any kind of mold that's stuck inside of the gut, any kind of excess sugar or candida. It helps to bind as well as remineralize at the same time, which is what everybody's forgetting about, solving that #2 deficiency on the planet, which is a magnesium deficiency. Now, while we do the Master's Cleanse 3 to 10 times a day, depending on our work schedule and how our body is handling it, we also fix the copper deficiency, #1 deficiency on the planet, with 3 to 10 beef liver capsules a day, the #1 source for copper in the world. The copper and the magnesium, when combined together, is going to create a positive electrical force inside of your body. Now remember to add the key lime organic with the salt to the water. You create a positive electrical charge. Copper's the #1 best conductor next to gold for electricity. Your body's electric. This is how you redeliver the energy on an etheric level back into your body. Nothing else compares to this by far. Everybody who does it, they get rid of the yeast, the mold, the candida that's stuck in their gut, because all disease starts in the gut. You heal the gut. The strength of a man is in his gut, Job 40:16. And you electrolyze the gut at the same time. Your strength, your knowledge, your wisdom, your focus will come right back. That's why we made y'all the Bible Health Book. Also, we got them organic key limers in the bio.
I've been doing the Master's Cleanse for maybe 2 months. And I could proudly say I approve this message. I have no negative effects, and actually I feel much better. And regarding what they were talking about earlier about not eating all the time, that's a part of it as well. It kind of makes sense that your organs are digesting, right? So if you're always putting in new stuff, then there would be an accumulation or at least a culmination of the process, right? So I've been doing basically 14 hours fasting. So I try to eat between a window of 6 to 8 hours, and with 3 to 4 hours before sleep. Because it's kind of interesting what he was saying as well. If you consider the statement, why does your body heal when you're sleeping? Because you're fasting. It's kind of interesting because it is one of the only moments, especially nowadays, people are very used to eating 3 times a day, snacking all the time, right? So your body's always, full of stuff. It kind of makes sense that at night, at least it's a moment where there's no new stuff coming in, right? So that your body has time to do other process. The way I look at it is that if your body is full and occupied with a process, then he's gonna neglect another process, So if your body's always digesting, you might have problems oxygenizing or filtrating or any of the other processes your cell does. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Kind of makes sense to me. I've been trying to, take life more as a science experiment, a science experiment, and yeah, just looking at the results, tweaking the causes, and finding the best outcome. And right now, the Master's Cleanse is a part of my life. I love it. I must also approve lemon, water, and minerals, not table salt, but 90 plus minerals from a third-party tested source. And I'm loving it. So let's keep on rocking. Let me know below what you guys think about the food situation. You guys think it's normal to eat 3 times a day, to skip some meals, to do some fasting, to do the Master's Cleanse, to consume a lot of minerals? What do you guys think about all this? Is it as all hippy-dippy hoopla, or is it something that's worth looking into? Let me know down below, and let's keep on rocking.
Red car theory. Have you heard about that before?
Never heard it.
Okay, so have you seen any red cars today on the way here?
I probably did, but no.
Probably, yeah. Right. Now, if you were leaving your house and before you got on the road, I would have told you, for every red car you notice, I will give you $50. Would you know how many red cars you've seen on the way?
I'll look for red cars.
Exactly. That's how luck works, and that's how the opportunities work. When you go through life and you're not looking and you're not aware, they just passing by and you don't even notice. So anything it can turn into opportunity, but you have to be aware and you have to keep looking.
They almost slipped up and told us what's going on in Antarctica, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This was a little weird to me, bruh. So Aiden asked Mr. Beast, has he ever been to Antarctica? XQC said, yeah. Then Mr. Beast said, yeah, I have. And he was about to say something. And then you could see in his face, he stopped like, oh shit, almost fucked up. And then you can see Aiden like, oh fuck. And then he's like, we're gonna talk about it all stream. And then just watch Aiden face after the whole thing. This shit is weird, y'all.
Have you ever been to Antarctica? Yeah. Do you believe in the ice wall? Yeah, I saw the ice wall. Yeah, you saw it too. I can't say that shit. No way. We'll talk about it later. He almost leaked it.
Now, I know y'all seen that, right? You seen his face after? You seen Aiden face after? He was just like, Aiden was like, damn, I shouldn't have asked that, John. And then he stopped mid-sentence when he said, I seen it, yeah, it was, and then he just stopped. It was what? I don't know what's going on, bruh, but I feel some weird shit between these three, bruh. I don't know. Even with this whole little water movement. I don't know, y'all. I need y'all thoughts down below on how y'all feel about this. Make sure you share this with your brother's cousin's brother, and maybe somebody you know what the hell they talking about. And double tap the screen if it's some weird shady shit going on with Antarctica.
I'm about to tell you some shit you are not gonna believe. They said that they have rabbits, wild rabbits, running around Colorado with tentacles coming out of their head. Tentacles coming out of their face. Oh, you think I'm playing, right? Look at this shit. They're saying stay away from these shits. I ain't never seen nothing like this in my life before, ever. This is some shit straight out of a horror movie. I'm about to tell you exactly what this shit is, but look at this shit right here. And I got more pictures too. Read this shit right here. Show papillomavirus. The show papillomavirus, SPV, also known as cottontail rabbit papillomavirus. Look at this shit right here, man. Take your time and read that. I'm gonna jump off the screen. Read that shit, man. Hopefully you took your time to read that shit. Now look at this next one right here. Look at this shit. So you're telling me that right now you have rabbits growing horns out of their face, looking crazy as hell like this. I'm gonna tell you this much. I know where I won't be going. I will never go to Colorado if it's shit running around looking like that. And this is another one time for the one time. This is another one. They are saying if you see these type of rabbits, stay away from these type of rabbits. You see how we got to start this day off? I'm out.
路灯都在这了，现在吃些给你来挪挪吧啊，看给你车着了啊，就在这了啊，真害怕。
Have you heard the theory that the Trumps are time travelers?
Grab me a DeLorean.
This connects to Nikola Tesla.
No way.
Nikola Tesla died, and within his hotel that he had 80 plus trunks of all his patents, his designs for different technologies, all this stuff. Guess who they sent first to go and collect the stuff?
I don't know.
John G. Trump, Donald Trump's uncle.
What?
Weird.
So the theory is that he took some of these trunks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
But Tesla said that he had figured out how to bend time. So
As one does.
the theory is Donald Trump's uncle took this, created a time machine.
Oh my gosh.
And then the weird connection is there was a book that came out in 1896, and it's called Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey.
You're saying
do you know
it
what,
was actually
do you-
Baron
do you know what the book was about?
What?
Time travel?
Baron Trump time traveling.
No!
Tornadoes are attracted to aluminum, and they usually hit places with a lot of aluminum. And I thought that's really kind of interesting, because every time I see a video of a tornado ripping up, an aluminum siding, I thought, it must just be by chance that they pick aluminum to build certain things, and somehow tornadoes are attracted to aluminum. Must just be by chance, right? Someone said, is there a water in Arizona, or is that false? The water is just to put you in fear so that you don't grow any food. But Arizona and all the other states of the country are never running out of. A great book called The New Water for a Thirsty World. And there's also the primarywaterinstitute.org. What they talk about in the website primarywaterinstitute.org is when you drill into a primary water vein, you have unlimited water. This is why they took out the guy who found the oceans underneath the ocean, because when you find out that there's oceans underneath the ocean, it kind of dispels the whole we're running out of water. So in Arizona, if they try to say that, it's just a deal. They broadcast these things every single year to say the exact same thing. It's too hot. It's too cold. We're running out of water. There's a hurricane. There's a tornado. It's the same thing on repeat every single year.
You know what? I agree. Some people say there's only two modes, growth or protection. So when they send you information like that, what happens? Protection. When you're in protection, you're not in growth. So it's like a way to like shut off, to stop you. It's very interesting. Let's keep on rocking.
Guy is brave for going undercover and getting these ladies to actually say this.
We're looking for livers and cardiac and
I can get you without the difficult get off.
Wait, what the fuck did you say?
This footage is being filmed by an undercover journalist. He goes to the National Abortion Federation.
There's a convention for this shit?
Commercial trade show. This is being hosted at one of the biggest Planned Parenthoods in Texas. And this journalist is here to talk business.
What kind of business can you talk at a Planned Parenthood convention for abortion?
Every time I do a DNA, I'm like, oh, there's some mom.
Yeah, you already know, huh?
What? This lady is Dr. Ann. She's the chief medical officer of this Planned Parenthood. And Dr. Ann is in the business of selling baby parts.
Oh, that's why they make you make abortions? So they can sell your babies? What?
You have to come and play with our tissue. See if it's cool enough for you.
I like this.
We have a lot of it.
It's not a fucking flip.
We're like, yeah, it's pretty profitable too. We get 5 to 6 samples a week.
Most weeks, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Get anywhere between 5 and 10 samples a week.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you mean the days that people are clubbing and getting crazy are the best days for abortions? What?
I have 2 providers who go up to 24 weeks, and Ann is one of the providers.
This lady is named Tram, and she's the vice president of abortion access at Planned Parenthood.
You telling me the doctors are in on it? The fuck?
And Tram's about to tell us how she loves freezing conjoined twin babies as prize specimens to look at.
We had 17-week twins in the freezer because we're waiting for a funeral home to pick them up. They were like the most intact. And I was like, it's really cool though. There's like 3 legs. They like 2 spinal cords.
Yes, she knows what she's doing is psycho.
I'm like, yeah, I have like a leg for you. I'm like, oh shit. If other people were to hear me, they'd be like, you're fucking evil.
That is crazy that she knows it's fucking evil, this fucking bitch.
You might think that this is illegal and the stuff varies in all states. Well, it is, but they have their ways of getting around that.
If I'm doing a procedure and I'm in fear that it's about to come to the umbilicus, I might ask for a second set of forceps, pull the body at the cervix and pull off the leg.
She just say she's gonna pull legs off of a baby so it could be legal for her to murder it? The fuck?
Okay. So it's not.
Right.
What she's talking about is a partial birth abortion, where the baby is being birthed, legs out, and as the head and neck are still in the womb, they snip the back of the neck and suck the brains out.
When you have patients who like cooperate, some of them like just like, and there's good dilation, it's just like one pass and
you get the whole thing.
Matter is that.
Well, they lied to you so you could have an abortion so they could sell the baby parts? The fuck?
After this convention, the undercover journalist writes a contract offer to Tram. We'll give you $750 for the baby's liver and $1,600 for the liver and thymus paired. Tram's all on board, and she forwards it to her higher-ups.
Wow. So now I have a question. Is it possible that we're seeing social engineering towards the independence of women and feminism being pushed towards my body, my choice? Is it possible that it's done for business purposes? Think about it. If they're selling the parts and people stop having abortions, no more business, right? This is just a question. This has nothing to do with opinion. They make it into a, do you have the right? Do you don't have the right? Let's move beyond that. We're talking about the consequences. We're talking about the outcomes. So do you think that it makes sense, if they're making money off of this, do you think it makes sense that they might be pushing this whole agenda on us to have us fight for it, to keep it, so that they could keep making money off of it? This is just a question, ladies or men, but I'm saying, like, this is not to offend, entertainment purposes only, but I'd be very, very curious to hear your opinion. Would it be a possibility that this is social engineering so that they keep their business alive? This is just a question. Let's keep on rocking.
First looked at it, I couldn't believe it because there was a hole in the steel. And this is steel that was, you remember the width of the windows in the World Trade Center, folks. I think you know, if you were ever up there, they were quite narrow. And in between was this heavy steel. I said, how could a plane, even a 767 or 747 or whatever it might have been, how could it possibly go through the steel? I happen to think that they had not only a plane, but they had bombs that exploded almost simultaneously, because I just can't imagine anything being able to go through that wall. Most buildings are built with the steel is on the inside around the elevator shaft. This one was built from the outside, which is the strongest structure you can have.
You have to see this. The builders of this place took a math equation that literally transforms vibration, it's called the Fourier transform, and turned it into a building. Don't believe me? I'll prove it to you. This is a synthesizer. I use it to make whoops. Those are whoops. Chichen Itza takes a sine wave and turns it into a square wave. You increase the semitones, or the pitch, by the same amount of levels in Chichen Itza. How about visually? Cymatic patterns show sound through a metal plate. They have an equation that can be converted into something that we can use to simulate those patterns. The peaks and the valleys show the shape of the sound. Other than making really cool graphics, we can also use this to reveal some hidden architecture and some really old stuff like Borobudur. The architecture is a mirror of the frequency. As we move up in frequency, the patterns get smoother and more complex. And within 100 hertz of that frequency that I just played, you get the architecture of Chichen Itza. Sonically and mathematically. Square waves are binary. You know what else is binary? Biology. If we use a pyramid to illustrate the sequence of biology, you get the binary sequence counting downwards. Counting diagonally, you get the golden ratio that links everything together proportionately. So how would this work? Well, you would take a seed and you would put it up in this chamber, which is exactly what the Mayans did, and then you'd wait till the feathered serpent returns to the ground. At this point, water does the rest of the heavy lifting, having the uncanny ability to reflect the flowers and fruits of which the products are. And if you're still skeptical, just remember that the most biodiverse region on the planet has the highest concentration of pyramids on the planet.
My toxic trait is, once I recognize that you're incapable of seeing things how I see it, I don't even bring the issue to you.
Her explanation? It's the smartest way to keep your peace.
But I'm also not going to be able to pretend that I don't have an issue. What Kendrick said, I'll cut my granny off if she don't see it how I see it. That's the realest thing ever, because I am more than capable of removing self from self. If somebody come to me and they'd be like, I don't really like the way you walked in here, it was kind of aggressive. I don't know how I do it, but I have the ability to remove self from self, observe the way that I just walked in this room through that person's level of perception. I don't even have to know you, but I'm able to say, I can see why you thought that was aggressive. And I have the ability to apologize and not feel no type of way about me and how I walk. But I'm learning that not everybody is capable of this. So why would I waste my energy and my time trying to get you to see it how I see it when you don't even have the ability to see it through no other lens but the ones that's on your goddamn... We gotta make this make sense. That's why you don't catch me arguing with nobody, because it is what it is.
See, all of the world is one big stage, and all these celebrities are just scripted and recycled characters. This is Jamie Presley and Margaret Robbie, Heath Ledger and Joseph Gordon. You have to understand, guys, that this reality has been scripted from the beginning. This is why The Simpsons predicts everything. It's not a prediction. It's simply an agenda. And all of these people, they're all the same characters that have been playing the same roles for so long, distracting you. They're all part of the exact same club. They don't go away. They're the same people. Look at this. They're the same people, guys. Very, very obvious. Very obvious. Isn't it obvious? What do you guys think? Same people again. Scripted reality. We live in a scripted reality. I keep telling you guys this. It's all an agenda. They're all a part of the globalists. They don't die. They just get recycled. That's all it is. They know what's good. You should too. Peace and love.
And that's a wrap for today, familia. Whether you're tuning in with the sunrise or you're posted up after midnight, I appreciate your time, your energy, and your curiosity. Remember, this isn't about truth or fiction. It's about perspective. So if this sparked a thought, a laugh, a deeper question, then we did our job. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Keep the convo alive. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell if you're riding the wave, because we're just getting started. Until next time, stay grounded, stay weird, stay critical. I'm Adam Strain, and this has been Adam Strain Reacts. Peace.
But now it's time for us to link up. Really think we on the brink up, making a change from living this strange.